Did you know that up to 95% of your brain's activity is completely unconscious? That means most of your decisions, your reactions, your feelings, they're happening on autopilot. It sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, doesn't it? But what if I told you that the one thing you think you have complete control over, your own mind, is actually being steered by invisible forces every single day?
Today,
We're going on a journey deep into the human brain to uncover what's really pulling the strings. Today we're tackling a massive question. Who or what is truly in control of your brain? It's a bit unsettling to think about, but so much of what we do, from the coffee we choose in the morning to the big life decisions we make, is influenced by factors we're not even aware of. We like to believe we are the captains of our own ship, making rational, independent choices. But the truth is, our brains are constantly being shaped by our environment, our biology, and the society we live in. It's a complex web of influences, and untangling it is key to understanding who we truly are. So, let's break down some of these puppet masters. First, let's talk about our biology. Neuroscience has shown us that our brains are wired for shortcuts. These mental shortcuts, or heuristics, help us make quick decisions without having to analyze every single piece of information. For example, the availability heuristic makes us overestimate the likelihood of events that are more easily recalled in our memory, which is why sensational news stories can make us feel like the world is more dangerous than it actually is. Then there's psychology. Have you ever heard of the Asch conformity experiments? In the 1950s, Solomon Asch demonstrated that people would knowingly give a wrong answer just to fit in with a group. This deep-seated need for social acceptance is a powerful force that can make us go against our own judgment. Think about peer pressure, but on a massive societal scale. Conform to social norms, fashion trends, and political opinions, often without critically examining them first. Our brains are hardwired to seek belonging, and that can make us incredibly susceptible to groupthink. And of course, we have to talk about the commercial forces. Advertisers spend billions of dollars every year on research to understand exactly how to trigger our desires and insecurities. They use principles like color psychology, emotional storytelling, and the principle of scarcity to create a sense of urgency and a need for their products. Every ad you see is a carefully crafted psychological tool. The biggest challenge we face in the modern world is recognizing just how powerful these external influences are. Think about it. How many times have you found yourself scrolling endlessly through social media, only to look up and realize an hour has passed? Or maybe you've bought something you didn't really need just because you saw an ad for it multiple times. These aren't just moments of weak willpower. They are carefully engineered experiences designed to capture your attention and influence your behavior. Our digital environment, with its algorithms and notifications, is a master puppeteer. But it's not just our phones. The layout of a grocery store, the music playing in a cafe, the opinions of our friends and family, even the news headlines we read. Now, for the moment that truly blew my mind when I was researching this topic. It's a study involving something called choice blindness. Researchers at Lund University in Sweden showed participants pairs of faces and asked them to pick which one they found more attractive. Then, using a clever sleight of hand, the researchers secretly swapped the chosen photo for the one the participant had rejected. They then handed the participant the rejected asterisk photo and asked them to explain why they chose it. Here's the incredible part. Most people didn't even notice the switch. Not only that, but they confidently started to justify their choice, coming up with detailed reasons why they preferred the face they had actually just rejected. For example, someone might say, "Oh, I chose her because I love her smile and the sparkle in her eyes," when moments before, they had chosen a completely different person. This experiment brilliantly illustrates that we often have no idea why we make the choices we do. We make a snap decision, likely based on subconscious factors, and then our conscious rational brain kicks in afterward to create a story of justification that makes it seem like we were in control all along. Our brain literally invents a reason to maintain the illusion of control. This reveals that the connection between our intentions and our actions is far weaker than we believe. It's a humbling and, frankly, a slightly terrifying realization about the nature of our own consciousness. So, what does all this mean for us? It means that our brains are not isolated fortresses of pure reason. They are more like dynamic, porous ecosystems, constantly interacting with and being shaped by the world around them. From our ancient survival instincts and social wiring to the sophisticated algorithms of the 21st century, countless forces are vying for control of our attention and our decisions. The key takeaway here is not to feel powerless, but to become more aware. Awareness is our greatest defense. By understanding the psychological tricks, the biological biases, and the social pressures at play, we can start to recognize them in our daily lives. We can begin to question our own impulses. When you feel a strong urge to buy something, or a sudden wave of anger from a headline, or the pressure to agree with a group, you can pause. You can ask yourself, where is this coming from? Is this truly my own thought, or is it an echo of something I've seen, heard, or been told? This simple act of questioning is the first step toward reclaiming your cognitive autonomy. It's about moving from being a passive passenger to an active driver of your own mind. Living with this awareness transforms how you see the world. It's about consciously curating your information diet, just like you would your food diet. It's about taking breaks from the constant stream of digital input to allow your own thoughts to surface. It's about seeking out different perspectives to challenge your own assumptions and break free from echo chambers. True freedom of thought doesn't come from being free of influence. That's impossible. It comes from understanding those influences and consciously choosing which ones you allow to guide you. It's an ongoing practice, a form of mental martial arts where you learn to deflect external pressures and act with greater intention. The goal isn't to become a hermit, isolated from society, but to become a more discerning, thoughtful, and ultimately, a more authentic version of yourself within it. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive into the mind. I hope it's given you some food for thought. Now I want to hear from you. What's an experience you've had where you felt your decisions were being influenced by something external? Share your stories in the comments below. I'd love to read them. And if you found this exploration fascinating, you're going to love my next video on how to build mental resilience against manipulation. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss it. Till next time, stay curious and think freely.